Hello and welcome. I'm a little bit unsure as to whether I do this myself or whether because I think it's going to be, if I like do it with a worker, I think it's basically going to be like, wrong one. I think I'm going to be forever like topping up. I've got the fertilizer spreader going, but I think I'm going to do this myself. So I'm going to go straight into a time lapse. It's going to take a while, definitely. So I'm going to say my words. Here's the sort of job I would have liked to have let the workers do, but I just don't think there is a fertilizer spreader alive that is capable of doing this. And the other thing is, although we have got quite a bit of cash, and I could like do, I was thinking, well, do I buy a few fertilizer spreaders and set them all? I thought you're still going to run out, and you're going to be juggling. It's a little bit like when you're trying to keep up with certain harvesters, and like you take in a trailer to them, you end up like sort of trying to chase your own tail because you can't actually keep up with it. There's certain things like wheat or things like that, you're trying to feed a big trailer and you get back and it's already waiting for you. It's one of those sort of situations. So really, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this because then at least I can keep running off, filling up. I mean, yeah, we've nearly made it across the fields in one. So if we can sort of do that end to end, the spacing of those isn't going to be too terrible, really. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with where we are. Obviously, we bought the data, which I'm so glad. I did think, obviously, as I was coming into Louisiana, I noticed that it's... 1 second, let me just switch those off because I don't want to be seeing those. Yeah, let's switch that off. Yeah, I noticed it's got the cotton sort of thing on the Louisiana. I thought, Louisiana. And it's southern America, isn't it? I don't mean South America. I mean it's Southern America. Yeah, basically. So I think we're going to just run out before we get to the end. But so really, I love cotton. It would be I mean, obviously. Wow, yeah, true. We've got the luxury. No, really. We don't have to do vegetables. I'm already doing vegetables in other places, so we can still carry on with that and still do the 3 that we're actually doing. And then I could like do cotton because I don't need any excuses to do cotton. If that is the case, though, we really do need quite a few cotton harvesters. Then they're not like this is not the kind of field you can just like do one. Really, you really do need multiple harvesters. Yeah, you do. No, that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So yeah, I think we'll literally be dodging from one to one, running out and going to the next one. So I am going to say my words because this is going to take a while. But let's be honest, I have had it sort of easy with like the greenhouses so far. It would also be nice to get some more animals. It is going to be a short run to begin with. I do like the map, but what I mean is I'm trying... I did start to do this in FS25 quite a lot, to do some short runs. Not necessarily am I going to do it, just often used to do 7 to 10 sessions. I might do a few more. I did on Rettenbach. I really did like that, and I really do I like most of the maps, if I'm honest. Some you instantly gel with and some you don't. This one, I love it. It is amazing. Obviously, this is a huge field. I would imagine the fertilizer spreader may just about actually manage this with how big that storage is. The other thing I was thinking at work earlier, I was thinking, if we're going to use that type of thing, I think what I ought to do is build in a pass-through weight that's actually part of the thing. Or build a weight in that automatically sits on the back of the fertilizer spreader, especially for the fen. In other words, do one of these, but it's actually got a weight, like a pass-through weight on the front of it already, so that it can, it's ready for the fen. Like, put it as part of the pack that I'm actually building now. There's a Fendt GTA pack, because otherwise it is a bit odd. It's always going to be out of kilter. So really, well, actually, you didn't space that badly. I'm pretty much to the next station. I like it when a plan comes together like that. It doesn't happen very often. But yeah, so that's what I'm sort of thinking. I'd like to sort of do that. Like I say, I put my pack in for into the ModHubb, my pack of I think I ought to do a news article. I keep doing news articles and I think, nah, because I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to keep you, the channel members, abreast of what's happening. But I just sometimes feels a bit self-serving. But I think really I'm just trying to sort of show you what I'm actually doing. But I don't know. I keep like thinking, no, I don't really know that's that. You know, will anybody interested in that? And I thought, well, I don't really know. It's just me walking through the mods that I'm doing. That I've done it a few times. I think I will. But yeah, I've put the 4, the 6, and the 9 meter the manual front loader and wheel loader attachments. I've done that, and that's in at the ModHubb now. So yeah, they're the ones you can manually do yourself. I personally love the 9, but I've got to be honest, it's great fun actually doing it. I really got to be honest to say this, that I don't think we're going to make it to the next one. So let's be sensible. We're right passing this one. It does seem a little bit silly not to fill it, really. Yeah, so that's in for testing too. Obviously, the luxury, I'm going to do this one, and I'm also going to do the straw one. Well, I just need to test that on a Let's Play. I think it's okay. Everything seems to be okay. Everything's appearing. I've also got the greenhouse that goes along with that, the guar beans, that actually sort of do that too. So I will be doing. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't realise this is actually. I'm perfectly going. I'm perfectly going in the bits where you need to go. So it's almost. No, it will be 27 meters. Now, I owe it to the iMac. This particular mod, the fertilizer spreader that I did, I could not figure out the work thing, and now I owe it to the maker of the iMac, which is probably the map maker actually, which is probably why the iMac's a massive shout out, because I could not work out how to do the work area, and I had to sort of, and when I say steal, I really don't mean steal, it just is a measurement. Yeah, I had to grab the measurements because I could not work out the work area on it. I was really struggling with it, so I looked at that and sort of went with that. Will you stop doing the diesel? Yeah, so I really do owe a massive shout out really to the modder that did it, which is probably is, as I said, it may well be this very modder, because it was it's the only 27 meter spreader the same as mine. I was always going to do it 27 meters. It's my favourite number. So yeah, it was that was always going to be that. It was not about making it the biggest or the best or all of that type of thing. It was just going with my favourite number, and the only one in the game that I could find was the iMac. So I looked at the work thing so I could get the measurements right. I didn't steal anything other than looking at. Yeah, I just want to make that clear that I did not scupper the modder or take anything from him. But well, you can tell by the model it's absolutely nothing like that, is it at all? There's nothing that you could possibly steal from this. There's anything like the iMac. But yeah, I just needed a bit of help from another modder, so thank you very much. If it is you that did it, whoever, yeah, massive shout out. Well, this is looking a bit better. It's nice and green anyway, but some of it doesn't look too terrible, really. Yeah, it isn't looking too bad at all. Obviously, I don't know what we're going to do with the barley. I really don't know what's going to be done with it. Yeah, I'm unsure as to what we. It's quite amazing actually. There's not an awful lot. There's not a lot of barley love in the game, really. There's not many things, not many productions. So I might actually see if there's anything that actually you can do with barley other than obviously make it into. I don't think doesn't tend to be used an awful lot in like milling and that either. I mean, in the game that is, it's almost like everyone's forgotten barley. Yeah, wheat gets a big thing, corn and things like that. There's lots of people who've done corn flour, but I can't think there's many barley ones. So yeah, I'm sort of quite. No, we've done this already. Yeah, I'm gonna say we just want to follow the tram lines, which is quite a nice thing, really, to actually be able to do this. Although eventually we are actually sort of at the minute, mind you, it does. Well, I don't know. Precision Farm doesn't seem to be doing what it should be doing, because it seems to use your fertilizer or lime still, even though it really shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be able to go over the bit that I've already done, but it seems quite happy to take away your lime or fertilizer for that matter. I was doing it on Frankenmuth when it first dropped, and again, it did exactly the same. So I really. Sort of this is amazing, isn't it? We literally are getting this 27 meter spread. So all we need to do is run down the line. I really do like it, although there's a bit of It's not quite right, is it? Yeah, no, it's not actually. Am I? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's not quite right, is it? I can see the green. Or it could be also soil type. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get this right. I don't want to be like wasting any. That's a bit weird because those tram lines don't make any sense to me. But yeah, this actually now does look like 27 meters, and you can actually see it is joining up. So yeah, anyway, we seem to be having, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The weight, I need a weight at the back so that the weight is sort of adjusted automatically, because I must admit, in all of my time on Farming Simulator, this has happened to me quite a few times where I too, like that worker, are affected by bad weighting systems like that. So really, we need to try to compensate for the fact that it is like it is. Yeah, so that no matter whether you're empty or full, it's not going to be doing like theatrics like that, where it's like doing strange things because it's too heavy on the front or the back. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to actually. Oh, it's done that thing where it doesn't actually show the lime in the fill plane, which doesn't make much sense really, because you can actually see that the fill plane on my back, on the back of this, is actually less, not more, than the. What we're going to do, I think we'll just do ups and downs, I think. And we've actually done some of this. So, right, I am going to say my words, though. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think, well, we've definitely done on the pH. I'm not sure about the nitrogen in. We shall have a look after this. The rest is, I think, just down to the field, the soil type. So yeah, I've sort of been trying my best to go down the tram lines within reason. Yeah, obviously I've cut straight across at the edge of the field though to where we were. So let's have a quick look. In fact, let's ask a worker to send this over to... Can you still do this? You can still. So set destination. Let's go and stick that on that path right by that, and we will have a look at the nitrogen. So he did actually miss a bit. Okay, let's grab that then. We missed a patch where oh my life, this is amazing, it really is. Yeah, so I think if I tweak this so that no, then let's have a look which row it is. It's actually this very row, or no, this row here, I think it looks like, and a bit of another one. Oh, it really is very, very. I think that just damaged the crop. It did, where the actual cone hit it. I think it is actually the next one. I think it's both. I think there's a bit on this one and some on the next one too. So I did my bestest to like do this properly, but it's not perfect. So I think it's, yeah, I think it is this row, but it's further down. It is. I think it might be next. Oh my life, I'm wondering. Actually, its rows don't seem to follow the proper tram lines. So yeah, we'll have to do the best we can. I think it's not quite right. It could also be damaged, couldn't it? Really, it does seem to be following the tram lines. Actually, all my life. Wow, that worker did a very good job. We can sort of make... no, we can't. Yeah, this is one of those things. Now, the one bad thing about this front box is its wheels are not narrows. I did a long time ago try to actually do narrow wheels. I might actually do something myself that is narrows on this, because you can see... Well, also the other thing, I suppose, is also weight. Yeah, I've got to get the weight right. You can see this is... You don't always think, but although I've got to be honest, such things are the same in the game with other people too. People give you like, oh, it is. It's damaging the. Luckily, we are going down the tram lines, but it is actually. It's the wheels on that. Is that actually? No. To be honest, I think we're damaging it whether it's down or that or not. So I think I'd sooner go straight and rip the little bit in the middle up than I would actually damage the rest of the crop. So. I'm not sure that I would. I'm only partially damaging. Oh, it still seems to be damaging. I think I'd sooner do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can see where even the worker, unless it's that crop damage. Yeah, so we didn't do any with the liming. Wow, that really is. It's ripping that entire centerpiece up. You wonder, don't you, sometimes, is it actually worth the... Wow. I think, do you know something? I think all things considered, I think we'll quit while we're ahead. Let's just set a sort of cheats a little and actually set a worker. If I can actually set that over there like so, and I think we will grab that. And I think I'd sooner like not keep tearing the field to pieces and just take this. So I'm going to call up the session. It really, I mean, it's a huge field, let's be honest. So to fertilise and line that sort of, I don't think that's too bad. And I definitely am right about all of those filling stations. That really is quite amazing. Yeah, I think they were about right. I think the spacing's about okay. So next session, business as usual. We've done all that we can do for The crop, the barley, I'm not sure as to what I can actually do with the barley that we've got. I can't just knock a production up straight away. Well, I can, but what I mean is I'm not sure what I need to do for the barley, really. Yeah, if there's anything special I can do for it. I can't wait to actually put my straw mod in. Now that really is, I'm quite pleased with that. And of course it is realistic too. So, wow. Let's go grab that. Oh, okay. I think we'll just take over then. That's... Now we can put that down, because when its wheels are down, what I all dreamt of was actually putting narrows on this, and then you really could sort of travel across the field with it in the down position, and there wouldn't be any trouble. I mean, the normal workers, though, of course, they'll take absolutely no notice. Yeah, they put it down when it should be up, and they put it up when it should be down. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but cracking session. All things considered, apart from we did do a bit of damage to the, a little bit of damage to the field, but yeah, I don't know. But again, I'm still, should I have carried on or should I have not have carried on? It's one of those catch-22 situations. That lady is not quite walking on the pavement, and that's what I'm saying about how the human brain is quite amazing for seeing little tiny things like that and thinking that's wrong. It is so difficult to fool a human being, really. Right, smashing. So, I do like those wheels. Yeah, very nice. Did do quite well. We just need to get the weight right, and then that is it. So, 168,754. Yep, let's just have a check of our animals. No, we filled them, didn't we? Did we? I think we needed to fill this with the butter and that. 4 eggs, 5 flour, 4 honey, 1. We could. Let's just do that. I would like to go through, at least make a little bit of a. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab some of our honey, and I think we probably, yeah. The other thing is I do want to do the rice. I would like to do some. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we need to buy some honey then. Yeah, I would like to do some of the rice, definitely. Let's go grab that 1 of eggs as well. Oh, more than 1 actually. Yeah, I think the honey will start to come back again. Obviously, it is you may. Oh, my life! Wow. Okay, well that's a bit special. Yes, I'm. One of my next projects. I've had a go at the new vegetable harvester. It was doing a horrible effect, and there's not much I can do about it. But what I have sort of done the best that I possibly can. I've switched off the effect that was making a horrible, like grey, white effect, and I've basically tried to disguise it by using a soil effect, like a soil smoke. Like it would be kicking up a lot of smoke. I'm not sure it's good, but it has switched off the horrible white that was on it, so it's about the best I can do, because really it should have worked. We did have this before though, when I did the vegetable harvester the first time round, the normal vegetable harvest, it too had that white effect. But then a couple of months later, it was like, again, I do say this, Giants sometimes tweak a setting. I never changed anything at all on my mod, but the next time I used it, it was on Frankenmuth. Not that I used it first and it was horrible, and then I didn't use it for a while, and I used it a bit later on, and I think it had gone. So I think the same might happen with this, where the particles are corrected, where Giants do something different. Yes, this is one of the few that's still got in there. So let's have a look. I think we need just honey, I think. A little bit of honey. Butter, we could probably do with a bit more butter. Oh no, the butter and flour are equal. Yeah, I think a couple of honeys, and I think that'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so happy now that this is fixed. It really is good. Obviously, I've got both of them. Let's do 4, in fact. Yeah, I'm so glad that obviously I fixed all of the errors on it. This really has made my day that this is now working completely. I was really scratching my head as to what I'd done wrong, but it does go to show how easy it is to make mistakes. But it is a very complex mod. It's got an awful lot of parts. So has the guar greenhouse, and well, it's two productions really. One's the greenhouse section to make the guar beans that make the glue that then will make the straw boards, and the other straw cutlery sets. It all needs to be glued together with the guar glue. So yeah, I needed the 2 things, but I've separated them, although it'll be a part of the same pack obviously when I actually do it. But I would like to have a proper go of the straw factory on a let's play before I do it, really. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to doing that, which really sort of means I need to do plenty of things like wheat or something like that. So one of those let's plays where you perhaps start with a wheat field, I think I might actually sort of do that, go new farm and see if we can do a field of wheat. Or no, because I don't like doing that. We'll do it legitimately. I mean, I could change a field to a field of wheat, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't only do that if I will do that if I'm on a map and the map goes wrong, and then I'm going to put things back as it was, and don't mind doing that. But I don't want to like come in and then start to change things like that. So if you go near it, it goes. That's a bit odd. So if I go this side, it goes that way. If I go this side, it goes that way. What's that about? And this one I haven't done anything to. This really is. Yeah, my standard one, so that's a bit strange. Right, anyway, I'm going to leave. No, we're not. We're going through till April morning. Have we got anything? I think we sold everything, didn't we? We needed to get a bit of cash in on what we had got. Got a bit of pig food, but we're not really that. Yeah, we don't really need to like be that. Yeah, the pea and mint sorbet is nearly ready, and it is 8 o'clock. Yeah, I do like to make a bit of progress, even if it's only a month, because we did do a lot of work. I think it's June. I think, isn't barley the earliest crop? It might be July, but I think it's June. Let's have a look. Am I right? Ooh. the reason I'm chuckling is oh, that is brilliant. It's a 3 meter one. It does take a lot of spuds, but are we going potatoes? No, I don't. That's good, and that's good. I am tempted to skint ourselves to actually buy those, because that roller would very much suit this, and that would be nice when we do get cows. We seem to have an excess of like a slurry and things like that, so I think we probably could go for the bone. Although no, there's the Moesca Duo that does 30 meters and it's cheap as chips. But that is definitely true. I think we're definitely going to buy that no matter what. Fantastic. And let's have a look. No, I'm going to leave it here. We'll have a look how well we did. So we've got 2 I am going to tweet this. I didn't mean to do it now, but let's be honest, we were robbed a little bit, so I thought, well, let's leave it. I'm going to knock these down. I am going to do bigger ones that will do this kind of level, but like this shouldn't be this good. And obviously this is me testing to see how good this is and realizing it's a little bit. So I think if we do this down to 25, it will be doing, or maybe 30. I'd like to go about 5 odd tons for these, because they are vegetables. So yeah, which we all know, of course. Yeah, I think we will. We'll knock these down to all of them to 30. And I think it'll be just about where I'd like it to be for the standard one. I am going to obviously still make a bionic, which will be about 5 tons, and then a super, which is going to be about. No, actually, it's going to be The Bionic will be about 10 tons like this, and the Super will be double that, so that'll be up 20 odd tons, which is like a really fully fledged, the really big factories. So yeah, I think we'll do that, and obviously everything's it'll have better everything. So what have we got? So we have, yeah, one lot of that, almost two of that, and one lot of that. So what is the price like? Are we this should be all white now really until the back end, but I don't think we can wait all the way till then. They are a good price nearly all of the time. How are our animals doing? Because I would imagine our layers are going to get better. I can imagine soon. Yeah, they're adults, they're adults, they're adults. So these are nearly adults. 1 more month and they'll be adults too. And then obviously these are quite a long way off. But this is when it starts to get interesting, when if you look, you really are they are laying a lot. I would imagine our honey's probably starting to come. Yeah, it is 3 this month. And yeah, we did take all of the eggs. But that's really from scratch. So almost 2. So that is quite amazing. So we've got to like try and find out what we're going to do with this, the long grain rice. I know I can put the cannery down, which has got one thing, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a few specialists, because certain sets of productions go certainly well with other ones, and it was certainly missing. There's a lot of certainties going on here. It was missing in FS22, where you got that kind of thing that mixed well together. It's like my grapes and oils. We've got the grapes and an olive greenhouse that go together well and fit perfectly with the grapes and oils factory that I made. I would like to do a bit more of that, because I think it sort of suits things well. So yeah, that's another one I must do, because that one's been tested for a long time now. We've got it on Calmsden. Sorry, Oakbridge. Old habits die hard. Yeah, Oakbridge Farm, and we've also got it on Pelenier. So yeah, it's I think we've got them. I think they're both the original Mark 1s. I've got a Mark 2, which is just a little. In fact, actually, I think I changed the Mark 1 to have the new model, so they all look the same now. The older one was a bit bigger, which took up a lot more room. So yeah. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. Oh, let's just check, actually. I just like to see. I think it's June, barley. It is. Let's have a look. So it should really be getting quite dark. Yeah, so we just missed that 1.5 bands of that, so we're going to be a bit down on yield, but let's be honest, I was damaging the crop quite a lot. So, and pH we want to look at. Yeah, pH again, that's soil type. I think I didn't miss. I'm sure I didn't miss an entire row like that. It was just soil types, I think. Wow, it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? Really, it's an awful lot of silty clay, but it's still not terrible. Right, no, we don't. We want now to come off this. Just want to see how green it is. Oh, weed. Right, okay. I think actually we will. We are going to literally. We've got that beautiful. Do we do it with a fen? It's got additional tanks that would really be useful for this particular task. We might need the weight though. So we're going to go down the store. We're going to grab that. We've obviously got that, the trailed one with us. No, let's speed this up. But yeah, because it is at the end of the session. I would like to set this going before you. So with the standard worker, I might add so that we can do that trick that it does do. So we will ask the store to actually drop these bits and bobs off, so that we can actually, so sprays, it's the GTA front tank, because that's all it has got. So GTA with animation, that stands for. I will change it now, but yeah, this actually has got the stands, and is a big tank, so I don't think we're going to need much more than that. Yeah, this was actually the first animation I actually did. No, then we can't use that weight, thinking about it. It's trailed and we can't do it. So let's grab this and we will set this going with its double. It does look beautiful. These tyres are really very nice on it. Right, let's grab that. And, oh, of course I've done it the wrong way, haven't I? Yes, this was the very first. Well, I had a go. No, this was the first I actually did it properly with the legs. Oh, I might need to change them a bit. It looks like I'm still a bit low. Oh, no. Well, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Not quite perfect, but it's not bad. So I would imagine this should probably do the entire field. Now that is the other thing, is I'm not sure what spread this has got. I think we left it as it was. I'd like to go big. I would eventually like to do the weed spot, because then really there's no real need for that monster tank. Oh, you can actually put a trailer hitch on it. 30 meters, 40. I think this will be able to have the. No, I think it costs a fortune. It's 91,000. We haven't got that. Pulse width modulation. Oh my life. Well, this time we will actually just buy that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. 40 meters. And even though it's going to like get us through quite. No, that's the tank. Yeah, even though obviously it is going to like... I do love the look on that. I've got to be honest. I'm really quite impressed with that. It looks really quite special. Almost like a racing car. Yeah, I must carry on and do the sculpting a bit like that, to be honest. It's quite nice. So let's fill this. Set the standard worker going. I don't think it's got collisions at the minute. I will, again, it's like most of my mods, I'm trying to test, and until I'm happy with them, there's no point in me putting collisions on where things are like solid until I actually, yeah. Now the thing is with this tank, this is where in some ways it's not necessarily a good idea, because you can fill it with the wrong stuff. Ooh, wow. Wow, that is heavy. Just see if we can put that weight on. It's very, very heavy. Yeah, one thing I never thought about was that particular thing. I think yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do it. It's just... Yeah, if anything's going to save us, it will be this weight here, actually. I need the... Yeah, that is true. I'm just going to try something. Let's just drop this off for now. You can go either way with this. It's got a normal attacher on the back, as well as the fact that it should be a passenger, but it's not quite right with the back arms. But I'm not sure whether... Yeah, now the only other thing is, obviously, although it is a normal trailer hitch, I'm not sure if that... It should be, if you look closely, but mind you, it should go through to our PTO. Ooh. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure whether that's going to like that. I could adjust it a little, though. It's not going to help us now, but... Why is that not... No, it's going through the weights. That's not working right. Yeah, it's not. It's like going through it like it doesn't exist in a way, so, yeah. Do we get rid of some of the weight and actually make this a little less heavy? How is that? Yeah, it's no good having a massive tank if that tank... I suppose the other thing is I could actually have little wheels on it like we were. Oh wow, it does actually lower. Yeah, again, and this is exactly what I'm saying, why I would not put it in the ModHubb until I've tested. This is exactly the type of thing, really, that you're not sure about whether it's going to work or not. You know, I did think about this type of thing, and just obviously I needed to test. So if it meant having a smaller one, or stick in a bit of a weight at the back of the thing to adjust it. I don't know if you can do that in the game. You could in real life, but we'll see whether you could put a weight and it make it heavier at the back or not. I doubt that you can. So we've still got 9,000. The other thing, the easiest thing would be to actually put less. The other thing, I might not have the weight distribution right anyway, because it doesn't do it itself. You have to do it on the XML. So you can actually tweak that. I've seen Lambo do it. Yeah, he sort of does explain how to do that. He does it with his video about his crane. He sort of basically adjusts it a couple of times in that. So again, I think I might have a tweak of that, not to cheat, but to, well, at least pull forward then, you absolute wally. And you're going to follow suit, aren't you? Yeah. We being pushed or something? It's heavy for it, isn't it? Yeah. It's not exactly the most powerful tractor. I do prefer the Xylon of the two of them. It's slightly, I mean, you shouldn't really need a lot of power for towing a thing with wheels, but it still is quite a bit, yeah, on a badly ridged field, it really does defeat this, which it was okay in FS22, but not so good now. So let's set this. It's still good. I'm not. Right, let's set that going, and we are going to scoot off. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to literally say my goodbyes. So not a bad session. 65,999. Wow, read it and weep. Yeah, so there's still got a lot of work to make these work, whether it's this one or the other one, really. It's weight ratio is not quite right, so I need to like try and sort that out, and also figure out how to do it, because that's something I've never done yet. So it's all good. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.